This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. Alright, before we jump into another Kaldheim draft, I want to remind everyone that Card Kingdom sponsors my streams and my videos. They have a great Magic store where you can buy all the cards I'm going to draft in this video, among other things. You can visit their store by clicking on the link in the description on YouTube or by clicking on the logo below on Twitch. So check them out. Alright, so this is a relatively strong pack. Cards in it that I would first pick and have first picked sometimes are Glimpse the Cosmos. It's just great. Even if you only have like 3 Angels, the amount of card selection it gives you is amazing. Did I say Angels? I meant Giants. Bound in Gold is premium removal that's easily splashable. Feed the Serpent's also premium removal, but it's less good in this set than most. For one thing, it's hard to splash in a set that has a lot of splashing anyway. And second of all, it's kind of slow against the aggro decks. Then there's also Squash, which if you're in the Giant deck is crazy good. So we have 2 really good Giant payoffs here. We've also got Volatile Fjord, which is a really good Snowland. I don't think we take a Snowland here. I'm leaning towards taking Glimpse, Bound, or Squash, and I think I just take Bound and Gold in the end. White's not like an amazing color in this set, but this is really easy to play in basically any deck you end up in, and it is, a powerful removal spell. So, all right, I'd probably take Dwarven Hammer here. It's really strong. It makes all of your creatures, any creature you put it on becomes a threat. It can be a little clunky to get down in the first place, but once you do, it starts to be a real problem for your opponent. This has been a pretty disappointing saga overall. It's just too situational. Sculptor of Winter and Augury Raven are the other cards in this pack I would think about taking over the Hammer. But I don't think we want to in the end. I think we just take the Hammer. Okay. So we've got a Maya here, which is always worth taking a look at. You know, she can really take over games. Shimmerdrift Veil is one of the best commons in the set between its fixing and snowiness. And Goldvein Pick has been a big overperformer in the set. Good in most decks in the format and great in aggressive ones. I'm sort of leaning towards Maya here. I think that's where I'm going to go. She just, takes over games. She's a bomb, basically, despite being an uncommon. And that makes her great. I am going to take her here. See where things take us. All right, we have another really powerful Signpost uncommon here in Narfi. You do have to end up in a snow deck to make him work, but he is really, really strong when you can. What am I giving up here if I take the Narfi and see what happens? Giving up a Lindworm, a Horizon Seeker, and like a Master Skull. Those are all things that are okay, but I think Narfi has a high enough ceiling that I just grab him here. And we see where things take us. Okay, so there's another Squash. There's also a Replicating Ring, which if we are interested in splashing and snow, which we kind of are with Narfi now, it's quite good. In the late game, if you have like a creature that you can just pump all of your mana into, your snow mana, the fact that it replicates actually matters. Yeah, this is an interesting pick. I think I'm going to take the ring. It's good fixing no matter where we end up. I mean, if we end up in an aggro deck straight up, we're not going to play it. But I think it's worth taking there. Okay, so speaking of aggro decks, this pack has Stalwart Valkyrie and Goldmaw Champion, both of which are really good. Yeah, I mean, the best cards in this pack are these 2 white cards. Nutvolt Slumber Mound is actually really good too, but not that easy to make work, even on a splash. I guess if your base is green, you can splash it, but if it's not, you can't really do it. I think we take the Valkyrie in the end. It's proven to be a really strong aggro card in this format, and I've liked it a lot. Thank you for the follow, Coco Thunder and MTG name. So yeah, we'll take the Valkyrie here. Okay, there's another Valkyrie. I think I probably just grab it. Port of Karfell does pair nicely with Narfi, but I think we just take another Valkyrie here. I mean, if they're going to be giving us good aggro cards. I mean, I think we just sort of transition into an aggro deck, and it looks like that's continuing. Firewalker's really nice. I like it more than Rune of Speed. You know, card advantage on a reasonable body is pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so this pack is less impressive than the other ones we've seen. You know, I think right now green-white is maybe the most attractive option, but I don't know that we can make that work. Basically, all the cards in this pack are pretty mediocre. Hi, Johnny Rock. And yeah, Valkyrie 2 over Story Seeker 1 for sure. I think Valkyrie is a lot better. Yeah, I think we'll take the Valor. I mean, it's good in the right deck. So, all right. So, you know, we're moving around a little bit, but if we're going to see this late of an Augury Raven, I think we take it too and sort of just see what's going on. The red cards we're giving up here are far from great. I mean, Haggy Mob's pretty good, but compared to the other cards in this pack. But Augury Raven is easily the best. Okay, probably just grab Snow-Covered Plains here. Yeah, that's where we're going to go. And, yeah, we'll take Dwarven Reinforcements here. We'll take a Fearless Pup here. Feels like green-white is very open. Saw Cumming's not bad. Neither is the Thought Thief. So, yeah, I mean, I'm still not a fan of In Search of Greatness. You know, it just doesn't do enough. I mean, early it can do something really sweet. Late it does very little. My Strixhaven booster? I don't have a Strixhaven booster pack. I just have like a box filled with goods. Strixhaven isn't out yet. Yeah. But there's lots of cool Strixhaven stuff in the box. So Tormentor's Helm and Doomscar Titan are quite good. We've got a little bit of snow here that's attractive. You know, Shimmer Vale and Sulphurous Mire are very nice snowlands. I don't know exactly what's in the box because I haven't opened it, but based on other boxes I've gotten, it's probably merchandise from the set, basically, to get people pumped about it. Okay. Well, here's an interesting pack. So we took the Helm in the end there, and I think that was the right thing to do. I really like it. Waking the Trolls is very strong. We could try to splash it. Packmate is great, obviously. The red and white cards in this pack aren't amazing. I mean, Spectral Steel is nice. I think we probably take Waking the Trolls here, though. If we can splash green for both Maya and Waking the Trolls, that would be kind of cool. I mean, this deck, you know, maybe we wouldn't be quite all in aggro if that's what we're doing, but I think I'm okay with that. I think that stuff is strong enough that we consider it. Okay. So here we've got Pick versus Run Amok. So the Pick does help us splash these. I do think Run Amok is normally the better card. You know, just the ability. It just turns out that this trick is amazing in this format. Really runs creatures over, and that's been really good. I kind of think we take the Pick. Helping us with splashes, in addition to being a really, really good equipment anyway, seems like it edges out Run Amok a little in our situation. Okay, so here's an Arctic Tree Line, but there's also a Demon Bolt, so I probably don't get cute here and take the Fixing. I mean, if we don't run these two cards, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, you know, I think we can have a good deck without them. Replicating Ring, also, I kind of forgot about. So we do have Fixing already for them. We'll see whether we stick with that. So here's an interesting one. I kind of think the ship has sailed too much on Serulf, and he's not so good that I, like, start my draft over here. Like, he's not that strong. I mean, he's good, but not so good that I want to do that, given where we're currently standing. I think we just take Fearless Liberator. It's a great 2-drop. You know, has a good boast effect. Yeah, so. Okay, I think we take another Bound in Gold here. Yeah. Okay, so good. You know, Breakneck Berserker, Rune of Speed, and Code Spell Cleric are all things I like a reasonable amount. You know, right now, I think we kind of need to lower our curve to be really happy. And I'm kind of leaning towards Cleric as a result. Yeah, I think we take Code Spell Cleric here. I mean, maybe we splash this. I think it's more likely than playing a second Valor the Worthy, so... Okay, Doomscar Titan's a nice pickup here late. It's also a high curve card, but because of Foretell, it's not quite as much of a liability. We'll take a Raider here. So I think most likely I'll probably only splash one of these, but I'm not convinced what yet, but we'll see. Ooh, now I like that really late run amok. I can tell you that much. Okay, we'll take a reinforcements. So right now, I think maybe our deck doesn't need any of these like silly splashing things, and we just want to be like an aggro deck. We've got the tools to be a pretty good aggro deck, I think. I think trying to get cute with splashing admittedly powerful cards like these is probably not ideal. I mean, if we pick up the fixing sort of without giving up some great creature or something, I might do it, like especially Maya, but yeah. Yeah, we lowered our curve substantially in that pack, which was good. Granted, you know, these 4 cards aren't really 2 drops. I mean, 4 drops, they're like 2.5, 3 drops, but you know. All right, yeah, we definitely grabbed this late Warhorn Blast. Like, this deck really loves having one of these, generally speaking. Yeah, especially with 2 reinforcements, could be quite good. Ooh. Lots of power here. So Clarion Spirit's probably our pick. She's just great. Churning out 1/1 flyers isn't that hard. And we have, you know, a low curve that she'll be good with. But there's also a Dwarven Hammer, which is tempting. We'd already have one. But I think the Spirit's better for sure in most decks, including this one. Obviously, Sorrel's Packmate is great. Pack 1, pick 1, though. I think I'd still take Clarion Spirit here over both the Hammer and Packmate. It's just that good. It's one of the better uncommons around. And it's another thing to go wide for our Warhorn Blast and Doomscar Titan. So. Okay, so another Warhorn Blast, another Fearless Pup, Vault Robber. So this deck doesn't love tap lands, but I kind of think the fixing Alpine Meadow gives us is probably good enough that we want to play it. You know, yeah, I mean, this deck's not crazy about tap lands, but I kind of feel like the fixing helps it out. But there's also Fearless Pup. We've got a couple pieces of equipment that it's good with, not to mention Run Amok. And maybe I should just take Fearless Pup and say, you know, who needs fixing, you know? It is hard, you know, most of the time it would be an easy meadow, but in a deck with this many ones, I'm not so sure it is. I think we just take the Pup here. Okay, so I think I like Axguard Cavalry a little bit more than Story Seeker, although maybe in this deck it's not amazing. Yeah, maybe Story Seeker's a little better. We don't have anything crazy to give haste to, so maybe we'd rather just have a card that can gain us some life than the haste effect. Yeah. You know, Firewalker's good too, but we do need to get our curve pretty low. But yeah, so I think it's definitely one of the 2s there. Well, here's a card we definitely don't want because it kills our whole deck. So hopefully we don't run into it. Ooh, Shieldmate's a great 2-drop. We got a couple snow things here. We don't care about snow at all, though, in our deck. And it's unlikely to change, you know, over the course of this last pack. So yeah, I think we just take a Shieldmate. Okay, probably another pick. Man, if I have 2 picks... can I splash something? I don't know. Maybe. We definitely take it either way. Story Seeker, you know, maybe that'll wheel. Okay, well, now I think we just grab Spectral Steel. You know what we don't have at all is the Raptor, which has been pretty key in most of my red-white decks. I've had like 3-4 copies of them, so it's a little sad, but yeah, we'll be okay. Yeah, so It's unlikely we play any of these in our deck, but I guess Haggy Mob is the most likely. Oh, well, I guess we'll take another Dwarven Hammer. Happy about that. Yeah, splashing Maya is probably worthwhile, especially when we have a few cards that help us go wide, so. Oh my god. So, Dwarven Hammer does start to get a little bit awkward when you have 3, maybe, but what else are we going to take here? I don't think we want God's Hall Guardian. Because it's a little clunky, you know, it's kind of a 5-drop. It can be a 3-drop when you need it to be, but yeah, I think we still take it there, but it is getting a little awkward. 3 might be too many hammers. We'll grab another blast. Our deck looks like it has fewer creatures than it really does because we have a bunch of cards that don't say creature on them, but they're basically creatures. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess we probably want the cavalry. Yeah, no, we want the cavalry. Lowers our curve a bit. Yeah, it's surprising to see. It feels like in general, red especially was very open in this draft. Alright, well, I don't really want a 3rd Warhorn Blast. I kind of doubt I'm playing more than 1 when I also have the Titan and Maya, who are basically better go-wide payoffs. So we don't need to play this Plains. We will play the Armory. It's kind of too bad we didn't get any big equipment payoffs. Not even the Pegasus. It's kind of a bummer. But, you know, we also didn't get the bird, but, you know, we'll be okay, I think. So we're probably not playing Valor of the Worthy here when we have all these other good ways to pump things. Better ways to pump things, I should say. Yeah, this is going to be a hard one to cut because stuff was so open. I'm not ever a huge fan of threaten effects unless I can sacrifice the creature. I mean, I know that you can cast them and they can have a really huge effect, but they're pretty much useless the rest of the game, and that's pretty rough for me. Why don't you like Code Spell Cleric? I mean, our curve, I think, is low enough for it to be pretty good. Now, you know, maybe it is what we end up cutting, but I don't think it's that bad. Yeah. So do I even want to run any forests? Or just count on my 2 picks? I guess running 1 forest is fine. I mean, you're right, these cards aren't impressive, but we do kind of need a critical mass of 2-drops. But yeah. I think we can probably get away with 16 lands here. So that'll help. So we have 7 white and 7 red and 1 green. That's not great mana. Do I just abandon Maya? Because we can't really afford to have our mana. Yeah, kind of like what abandoning Maya. I think abandoning Maya, like if we stumble on our mana, which is pretty likely the way it looks right now, it's going to be a problem. And so as good as she is, I think we probably do cut her. I don't think just 2 picks is quite enough, as good as she is. And I think our deck's good enough without her. It is hard because she's great, but I think that is probably what we do there. And then that will allow us to have a much less terrible mana base. So yeah. So that's 8 and 8, which is much, much better. So, yeah, I mean, we have a bunch of 2-drops that aren't super impressive. The question is whether we want to cut any and sort of lose our critical mass of 1s and 2s. I'm not convinced I do. But, you know, So Spectral Steel has enough things to get back, and it's just good in general. But yeah, I guess where we're going to end up is probably, I guess, cutting a few creatures, and maybe a third Dwarven Hammer is too much. I mean, it is awkward in this deck where we're mostly trying to curve out a little better than, you know, having a Dwarven Hammer in our hand. Cut Run Amok. Yeah, I mean, Run Amok is pretty amazing in this format, so it's hard for me to want to do that, but maybe that's right. So I think we probably do cut an Immersturm Raider. It's probably our worst, like, 1 or 2 drop. Even though, I mean, it's fine, but we have to cut some stuff, right? I guess the Raider can sort of set up the Valkyrie sometimes, but... And I do think we go down to 2 hammers. The third one is just awkward, I think. Yeah. My creature count isn't as low as it looks, Johnny, because we have 2 Dwarven Hammers and 2 Dwarven Reinforcements. So, I think we're okay. I think I'm plenty wide for Warhorn Blast between the Reinforcements and the Clarion Spirit. Whoa, why doesn't Clarion Spirit have any text? All the cards are textless. It's a good thing I know what they do. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. So, I actually think Story Seeker might be more useful than the Cavalry in this deck. I think it probably is. I don't want to cut the pick. It is hard, though. Like, I have to keep enough creatures, but I have all of this sweet, like, equipment and tricks that make it kind of hard. It's like, I don't know. Is maybe Spectral Steel the thing to cut? Good thing it doesn't cost 5 mana, like it says. I mean, Spectral Steel's pretty good, but it's a little slower and less impressive than our other equipment. Yeah, I'm going to cut the Spectral Steel. Oh, I don't think this card count is correct. Something's really messed up here. Because it's not going down no matter what I do. Yeah, okay. So let's get out of here. I didn't purchase anything. This is a interesting new... Looks like stuff's frozen, in fact. I think we're actually already at 40, and it just lied to us. So, yeah. Let me turn off my screen, and then I'll try to fix this. Yeah, it seemed like we'd cut enough stuff, and I was like, man, we still have to cut something else? It's getting hard. Yeah, it's like completely frozen, so... Okay. I think I probably have to, like, rebuild the whole deck. Shouldn't be that hard. I mean, we kind of figured out where we wanted to be. But that is kind of annoying. Those cuts were getting tough. I'm glad we don't have to actually make them all. It's like, what? Yep, build my deck. I'll try. Wow, it's weird looking at it like this. I don't like it. Okay. So, oh, I see. I have to take out things. Okay. That's, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. Not really. Take out all the obvious things. We cut that Valor. We decided not to play Maya. We're not going to play Snow-Covered Plains. We're going to cut a Plains. Okay. So I think we only want one Warhorn Blast. Don't think we're that interested in Craven Hulk in this deck. It's not terrible, I guess, but I feel like these are going to be better for us with our gold wide payoffs and the like. So yeah, we cut the Raider. Oh yeah, Hammer. Yeah, we went down to 2 hammers. Seize the Spoils isn't in the deck. Well, the question is whether I still want to cut Spectral Steel, because that was something I cut, but it seems like it was something I cut after we already fixed the deck. I think splashing Maya off of 2 picks is a little dangerous, personally, but... Would I rather cut Spectral Steel or Axguard Cavalry? Probably the Cavalry, I think, in the end. Yeah. Alright, so I think this will be the deck. You know, the question is, yeah, should I try to splash Maya? I don't think so. It makes me too nervous to do it off of just 2 picks. Pretty good. Yeah, we don't want Replicating Ring at all. It's definitely it's definitely too slow. That's what I'm trying to say. Do I want to play Shieldmate or Liberator here? The Shieldmate is better against removal. Like, if our opponent just kills it outright. The Liberator's better most other situations. Yeah. So... yeah, let's get the Liberator out there. It may die, but... you know, if you get a Boast Creature out early, that usually feels pretty good. Okay, so the question here becomes... well, now I don't think it's really a question. I was going to ask whether I felt like I should Boast. But I feel like now we just go Shieldmate, Cleric. I mean, we're in really good shape. Like, if they play a creature who can block, we put Bounding Gold on it. If it's not big enough to stop a Gold Vein-picked creature, that's great too. Okay, or they, you know, won't play anything. I guess that works for me. I kind of feel like this time we probably go for the Boast. If they let us. They may be about to kill the Liberator. Yeah, they are. Makes me wish I'd played the pick, of course. But I can go pick Foretell Titan, which isn't too bad. Yeah, that's annoying. But could be worse, I guess. So yeah, I guess we're gonna Bounding Gold this Shadow Sage here. So with this treasure, next turn I'll be able to play Doomscar Titan. Which will get pretty close to lethal if they don't, you know, it depends what they do here, obviously, but, yeah. Well, yeah, that's obnoxious. Okay, so kind of feel like I just go for it with Doomscar Titan here. It's probably what we want to do. We can use this next turn to search up Abounding Gold. Potentially, anyway. So yeah, let's play our Titan here. Attack with everybody. So if they want to block the Cleric, that's cool, I guess. We drop them to 3. And we're kind of hoping between, like, Demon Bolt and the Armory, we can find something to get us there. Tormentor's Helm's pretty good when your opponent's at 3, I guess. Well, that's obnoxious. Ooh. Interesting. Do I just want to search up Tormentor's Helm here, or... I actually kind of think equipping the Titan and then attacking with it is our best bet, because we can use the Warhorn Blast to really... not Warhorn Blast, Demon Bolt to break up any sort of block. They have to block it, obviously enough. Okay, so they're actually going to kill it, but I think we're kind of okay with that. Actually, they're not, are they? If I do this right, yeah. So if what we do is... So, yeah, I guess the annoying thing here is... No, this should work. Do 3 to that, 2 to this, and then finish this with Demon Bolt. That seems alright. Oh, except my creature dies if I do it that way. So, I F'd that one up. My creature does die, but I also get rid of both of these blockers. But I also have a Warhorn Blast in my hand, so I don't know how much I love that. So, yeah, I think we kill the Draugr. And, yeah, I think that's the better option. And do I want to move the pick? I kind of want my mana. I kind of think keeping it on the 5/5 is better. So they can use the Elven Bow on the Shadow Sage now. So that's a thing. So I guess I didn't really F it up in the end there. Oh my god. So much toughness. They're just too tough. Okay, well, just drawing that works, I suppose. So, if I put it on my shield mate... I can attack with both, and they're both lethal, and they have to block both of them. Yeah, I'm going to put it on the shield mate. Remember, the shield mate makes a token friend when it dies, so I think that's worth it here. Yeah, so we definitely kill the Kennel Master there, drop them to 2. And we're going to foretell that. Then I guess we'll equip this. Yeah, at some point using the armory to get removal will be good. So far we haven't had to do it. Yeah. Thank you for the resub, Downhill Zeus. We're still at 20 here, so we can kind of take our time. Alright, I think now we probably do armory. Well... Yeah, we armory. So, Dwarven Hammer is going to be really good. So is Bounding Gold. I guess we're going to grab those two. So, do I hold off on attacking for a turn? I think I probably do. Yeah. Okay. So I think I probably attack here and then just play the hammer and make the 5/1. Yeah. That's probably what we do. Yeah. Might even be better to Dwarven Reinforcements because of Warhorn Blast, but I think we probably just hammer here. Alright. We got there. It took us a while to do that last few damage, but we did it. Ooh, this is a nice one. It's tempting to be a little greedy here and, like, wait to play my Spirit until turn 3. I don't think we need to do that, though. We can play... I mean, if the Spirit survives, it's not going to be hard to double spell at some point or another. Okay, so... Yeah, next turn I'll be able to double spell. So if she's still alive, the Spirit will make a friend. Because I can go pick Tormentor's Helm. So the Spirit, you know, there's lots of things that can kill it. But if they don't, and they don't, we're in pretty good shape here. So, I guess we may as well attack with our Fearless Pup here, huh? Then... So I probably block the Faithful with the Spirit Token here. I think I still do it. We can't afford to let them gain a bajillion life, and that could be where they're headed. Okay, or maybe not. Alright, so... do we want to play an untapped land here? let's put the pick here. So I think our plan is to be defensive with the pup on the ground. Yeah, and then we do need to play an untapped one. Actually, I guess we don't because of our treasure. So I think playing out the tap land here when we have the shot is probably a good idea. Yeah, so we'll equip our Fearless Pup. And then foretell our Titan. Alright, they're going for the beatdown. Grimdraugr beatdown. So I think we just play Doomscar Titan here and attack with everything. Five, 8, 11. Yeah. So the problem is that they can gain life. And that does make our race a lot less... I mean, we'll drop them to... If they don't block at all, we'll do 11 to them and drop them to 5. But then they can go back up to 8. But I guess if that's what they do... It's not like I don't have Bound in Gold. Yeah. I think I can live with it. Oh, they're deep in thought, which, yeah, this could be a pretty pivotal turn. Really? I'm pretty ecstatic about that block, I have to say. I mean, they can do 8 to us here, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, you know, but... Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. They wouldn't have gained life. That's probably a good call, then. So, he already can't block, right? So, yeah. We're in a bit of danger here, though. I mean, they played enough action. So I could use Spectral Steel to get back Dwarven Hammer, but... I'm not sure I love that. So... Although it probably is what I'm going to do this turn. I'm going to Bound in Gold one thing. And I think that one thing is going to be Craven Hulk because it attacks so hard. Yeah, so let's Bound in Gold. Craven Hulk here. It can't block, but I don't really want it to attack us either, so... Yeah. Could be a little more cautious here, I guess. But if they have Run Amok or something, we're dead anyway, so I may as well just go for it here. God, maybe it's just better to pump the pup here, because then that means... 5, 9... It means they're dead to our flyer next turn. Yeah, let's just pump the pup. Or try to, anyway. And then we can... do this. Get back our hammer. Just in case that matters. I wonder if they're saying good game to us because we're dead. Could definitely be the case. Run Amok would finish us. Like I said, even if we were more cautious, Run Amok would have killed us, so... Wow. 10 exactly. So, if we'd left the blocker back... Oh, no, they would have given it Menace, so it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, we didn't really... It was really just a race where neither of us interacted with the other one a whole lot, and our opponent got us there. Alright, pretty good hand. So yeah, I'd probably go Fearless, Pop, Story Seeker, Gold Vein, pick and equip it, and then Dwarven Reinforcements. It's not a bad curve out. Well, that would have been nice in our last game. To get Exactsies. I do think just playing Story Seeker is going to be better than foretelling Dwarven Reinforcements. Okay. Well, I think we do go with the pick plan here. There's a chance they respond one way or another, but I still think it's our best play. And if we do that, we can actually Dwarven Hammer next turn, which is pretty good. Yeah, let's put it on the Story Seeker, because life. See if they kill it in response. Okay, well, I kind of would rather they blow that up than my Story Seeker, I guess, but that is a little sad because now we can't Dwarven Hammer and make the token this turn. Wonder if they have a board sweeper. So I think we just let this hit them like this. I could do a little more damage, but it's kind of pointless. So probably just reinforcements and then hammer next turn. Nice. So this is one of the reasons why Feed the Serpent's not great. When you play a deck like this and you have to pay 4 mana to kill your opponent's 2-drop, it doesn't feel so great. So yeah. I mean, you know, it's probably the play there, but that, even though it kind of goes your way there with when you're the Feed the Serpent player, it doesn't feel great, you know. Okay, so let's not that. I have to do the damage first, for one thing. Yeah, they could have a handful of removal. That's definitely possible. If they do, it's good to go a little wide here with these dwarves. Yeah, Crippling Fear would be bad. Okay, so let's attack. So I could play around it a little here. So what I could do is just boast instead. I don't know that I also want to use Run Amok. But they had to do it again. So I don't think they have a sweeper if that's what they're doing here. Yeah, I mean they just couldn't, you know. And that happens against aggro decks in this format when you're a little too dirtily. Yeah, using those removal spells when they were at 12 is a little crazy, I agree. What an awkward hand this is. Only white mana and no creatures. I think, you know, between needing a mountain and creatures, we have to mulligan this one. Okay. What do I send back? It's a good question. Can't I keep them all? Yeah, it's probably the mountain. I wish I was going... Oh, I am going first. How about that? Yeah. So the nice thing is, if they do kill my early creature, I can play my Valkyrie. Okay. We're up against another aggro deck this time. Okay, so I think we probably just want to play the creature here rather than pick and equip. I'm pretty jealous of that Battlefield Raptor. Not gonna lie. Okay, so here I think we probably do go pick. Equip it to our Firewalker. Then we move it to Shieldmate. I'm pretty happy they didn't put that on the pick, because that would have been real bad. Okay, so we'll boast here, so yeah. This may be early in the format for them. When I was first playing the format, I kept forgetting I could put those on the pick. Alright, so then we're gonna... Nice. I kind of wish I could do more, but... Is it more important for me... Oh, I can do more. Oh, yeah. So we play Clarion Spirit here. Then I think we Bounding Gold the Flyer. That should be a pretty nice turn. The dog already could attack. Oh, I guess it had the pick on, didn't it? Yeah. There's not a whole lot that can get us down from 13 here. So I don't think I block at all. Yeah, even Kaya's Onslaught doesn't do the job, so I don't know why we would block. Okay. Kind of feel like I just swing with everything here. They have to block at least one thing. Yeah. I think it's just all, yeah. So we clear out those creatures. We're also going to boast here. Then, I think we go Valkyrie. We may as well pay the whole cost. Yeah. And put Spectral Steel on the Valkyrie. Makes it harder for them to burn it out of the way. Also, the Valkyrie's lethal next turn, so, you know. Let's see what happens. I guess a Demon Bolt would be pretty bad news. But not the end of the world. I love this Firewalker. I think a lot of people were sleeping on it early in the format. Now everybody knows it's good. Drawing cards is real nice. Okay. So it looks like they're going to try to race us, sort of. They can't really attack here, so that helps. Oh, does that just give us... You're 3 to equip and we have 6 mana? Yeah, that'll just give us lethal now. Decline. Boom. Thank you for the follow, WoWare. So after this draft is over, I'll be opening this, which Wizard sent me. It's got all kinds of cool Strixhaven stuff in it. I mean, I'm guessing. I haven't opened it, obviously. But based on previous boxes I've gotten, that's likely what it is. We're 3-1, Harv. 3-1. So, yeah, I mean, this is a really good hand. A really nice curve out. So, yeah. It's kind of tempting to foretell Demon Bolt on turn 2 and then try to Clarion Spirit and Demon Bolt. But if our opponent doesn't play a creature, which is kind of likely in this format with foretell, it's going to feel really bad tempo-wise if we try to do that. So I think we avoid just trying to be clever here and just play our 2-drop. We'll be able to double spell with it at some point if it's alive. It would also feel bad if they... Yeah, so... Okay, so... I wonder whether they have Crush the Weak. If they do, I'm not in the most trouble ever. So, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't... It's not good. It'll be tough to recover from. But, it won't be backbreaking, because we still have things in our hand. Okay. Yeah, well, it's better than getting Crush the Weaked, that's for sure. So I think we just attack with our Firewalker here. Yeah. And then we boast. Nice. Love me some boasting. I think 5-pair sets can be cool. You know, most sets that only have 5 pairs do have other draft formats, but other not formats, but decks. But yeah, there's like a core 5. I think it's fun. It's different. You know. Yeah. So, do I try to get cute here? I mean, do I, like, kill their creature? Do I even bother with that? I kind of don't think I need to at this point, so I don't think I'm going to. I mean, sure, I'd get in for 1 more damage, but, you know, that's not the biggest deal in the world to me. So I think we just do this. Then we foretell. Boast. Well, that's a little sad, isn't it? When you hit... You know, we've been pretty lucky with it so far today, so I can't really complain that much. But yeah. So let's foretell our Demon Bolt here. So, like... Demon Bolt's pretty amazing here. I mean, yeah. There's not any reason to boast the Firewalker. Well, okay. I probably should do it just in case we hit Run Amok and stuff. The main reason I don't do it is just because, you know, in my head I'm trying to bluff that I have other things already. But if we hit Run Amok or Warhorn Blast and have the mana, then it's pretty good. I mean, we couldn't have Warhorn Blasted there anyway. Alright, so that should be game. I guess... Yeah, no. So we're going to Demon Bolt that. We're going to Bounding Gold this. And, yeah, attack for 7. Up to 4-1. I have a feeling, I mean, normally how it works out is when they have a really complicated weird set, like Kaldheim, it's followed up by, like, a more classic limited format. So I would guess that Strixhaven is going to be more straightforward than this one. Alright, really good hand. I mean, it would be pretty hard not to be more straightforward than this one. Yeah. So, I think we just go for it with the Spirit here. There's lots of things we can draw here that would allow us to double spell. So, I think trying to get that going early is good. Well, that's not one of the cards that helps us double spell, but... I think I just play the pick and equip it. Oh, crap. Except I can't, because I played my tap land. Well, I hadn't really punted yet today. There you go. It also would have made it easier for us to double spell next turn if I hadn't screwed that up. Now we have to draw something to double spell. Yeah. Okay. This time we're going to do it right. So the question is whether I want to play Dwarven Reinforcements here. Or Shieldmate plus Foretell Dwarven Reinforcements. I'm going to go with Reinforcements here. Man. It's amazing how little of a thing it was to play our tap land, but it really has slowed us down significantly. I mean, I could have tried to make a double spell work, but if I did that, I'm only adding 1/2/1 to the board, and I kind of felt like adding another one now is better when there's a lot of uncertainty about what's going to happen, you know, to Clarion Spirit. So, that's not good. Even Bounding Gold doesn't shut down Agar, so, yeah. So... we're in an awkward position here. I guess it's not that awkward. I guess I can... if I move the pick to the 2-1... yeah, I think we move a pick to the 2-1 here. And we kind of hope that they don't block. But if they want to trade Agar, we're cool with that too. Then if this hits them, I can play Shieldmate and Foretell the Titan. Which is pretty good. So, yeah. Alright. I like it. So we go Shieldmate... Foretell. Let's hope they don't have something amazing to do with Agar. It doesn't take much. I mean, a squash is like backbreaking when Agar's in play. So, what would be even worse is Crush the Weak. They would draw... I guess they'd only draw 2 cards off of it. Only. Oh, no. Yeah, we thought that was a possibility, and there it is. Yeah, pretty close to game. I mean, we're not completely dead. But, just mostly... We're mostly dead, you know. Yeah, I mean, they have a nice giant deck. You know, anytime you have Glimpse, Crush the Weak, and Agar, it feels pretty good. They are still at 14, and we have a Dwarven Hammer, so... We have a little bit of a puncher's chance in that we might find a way to push through the damage we need to do. So, I'm leaning towards playing the hammer here. Now, it will draw them a card, basically, no matter what. Like, if they kill it. But if I can get it and Doomscar Titan in play together, we could get there. They do have mana for a counterspell, but we can't really do anything about it. I mean, we can't not add to the board. Oh. Frostbite, draw a card. Not good. Agar's so bonkers. Oh yeah, you're both wizards. Yeah, we'll probably scoop this turn. I mean, I guess if we draw, like, Demon Bolt to kill Agar, that gives us a little bit of a chance. But not a great one. Okay, well... Man, they exiled all my creatures who died, didn't they? They did. Well, let's try this. Counter magic here. Yeah. Yeah. That's game. We needed to have something work out for us to have even a small chance of winning, but... we couldn't quite do it. Nice. I mean, you know, we could use a one-drop creature, but... Okay, so Story Seeker... Depends on what our opponent does, but this may be a hand where curving out is better than, like, equipping. Yeah, I think it is. Thank you for the follow, Knive34. What will our opponent do here? This is a turn where it's a little awkward to boast. Just because playing Dwarven Reinforcements seems significantly better. I mean, we can foretell the reinforcements, so I guess it's not the end of the world. Yeah. Thank you for the follow, Nolito and Silasat. So I think we're going to equip the Story Seeker here. And I don't think we're going to... we may as well now, huh? Yeah. And then we'll boast. Maybe hit something cheap and nice. Because we can still play a land, so... Okay, well, that whole thing didn't work out super well. Hitting bound in gold there is kind of rough. Okay. You know, big lifelinker seems pretty good, right? I don't really think I want to move the helm here. It doesn't really accomplish anything. Except making it so our Story Seeker can die to more things. Yeah, that's less than ideal, but... Struggle for Skemfar? Yeah, okay. That's also not good. Yeah, we're flooding out now, which is... real bad news. Yeah, so I mean, it seems like every time I draft one of these decks, I get a winning record, and we did this time. I mean, we're not done yet, but it's not looking great at 4-3. But I think every time I've done well with one of these, I have at least 2 Raptors. We didn't get any this draft, which is pretty sad, I think. Yeah, if we draw another land here... Okay, we didn't. That's good. So, it's probably going to be better to go for the creature here. Yeah. I'm actually going to attack with this dwarf. So it'll do 1 to them. And then we're going to play our hammer. Yeah, it is funny we had that. Somebody mentioned during the draft it would have been nice to get the 3 calls that we had in a draft like last week. Where we had him and only had like 2 auras and equipment. And this time around it would have been amazing. Obviously. So... I'm glad we gained all the life we did. Ooh. This could be game altering. In fact, it is game altering. That just ends the game right there. Well, I wasn't feeling great, but when you top deck a Run Amok at the opportune time... If you top deck a Run Amok at the opportune time, you can get there. Alright, so we got to at least 5 and 3. Alright, pretty good. This is probably a hand where we hold off on playing Codespell Cleric on turn 1. Huh, it is kind of an awkward hand, I guess. Still think we keep it, but... It may just be worth not playing either of these on turn 1. And then playing them both on turn 2. Depends what we draw. But that seems like a pretty good way to go. Yeah. I like it. Alright, so... yeah, we're just going to end our turn. More giants. Let's hope we don't get crushed the weak again, huh? Alright, so yeah, we play our helm. So if they kill the cleric, we can just play our Valkyrie and equip it next turn, which is not a bad way to go. Yeah. That's annoying. Mistwalker. It's pretty good against the aggro decks. Blue-red maybe is the best matchup for the aggro decks in this format, between the sweepers and the Mistwalkers and stuff like that. Well, you know, it would have been nice to not have our Code Spell Cleric shut down, but what are you going to do, you know? One mana Mistwalker. Feels pretty good. Okay. Yeah. So I think we just cast reinforcements and equip one of them. Okay, that's some pretty aggressive. Running that card is interesting to me. Okay, so I think we probably just play the Valkyrie here. Yeah, play the big creature. Morning Huckabee. Might have Disdainful Stroke here. That doesn't hurt my feelings that much, though. And no attacks. Okay. That's a big boy. So, I think I'm going to try to race them here. We'll see how it goes. No, I really can't. That sucks. Yeah. I mean, we might be able to find lethal with the help of our Titan. That's like the one possibility. But, well, you know, we could also draw our Bounding Gold. One of our Bounding Golds. That would be a big help. Oh, God. They're just, like, going crazy over there with big, annoying creatures who make our lives difficult. So, I think we take 8 here. Okay. So Spectral Steel does a thing here, so that's cool. Yeah. Are we, like, dead on the backswing? I think we might be. Because Mistwalker can be pumped. That's not good. Yeah, we can't attack. Yeah, we're dead. I can't imagine us not being dead. So let's take 8. Well, yeah, getting this early might have helped, but yeah. We're just going to do this because it's fun, and then scoop. It is funny to do a bunch of damage. That's for sure. Yeah, if they'd been more aggressive, we could have taken them down. But they were smart. They were smart and they weren't aggressive. So, all right, 5 and 3 is fine. You know, it seems like you need those battle raptors for a 6 or 7 win, in my experience, anyway.